What's up, guys? We got Sean versus Rich, and in today's video, we're gonna rank our top 3 best exercise for each muscle group, and we're talking about hypertrophy. And we got Bubbles here to join us as well. Sean, how you doing today?
Not too bad. Two different styles here. Obviously, I know what Rich is going to say for most of them. Rich tends to be more science-based, really goes by the whole EMG, biomechanics, all that fun stuff, whereas I like the bro science. I like how I feel. I like that individual variability. So you're probably going to see a little bit of contrasting styles, but we're looking forward to getting started here.
And you guys are going to rank each one. So at the end of each muscle group, I want you guys to say who's the winner between Rich and Sean, who do you agree with, and at the end of the video, who's the overall winner, and whoever loses the video, so whoever has the most votes as the winner, the loser will have to do some sort of challenge for the next video. You ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, we got chest first. I'll let you do the honor, Sean. Pick your top 3 for chest.
Okay, so for chest, I'm going to go with the incline dumbbell press. So the incline dumbbell chest press. I'm going to go with dips, and I'm going to go with a cable fly. Any variation with a cable fly is fine, but for me, sometimes just that level cable fly is my personal favorite. But if you went high to low, low to high, totally fine with that as well.
Okay, so we got 2 there. I got the incline press. I got the dips. But the third one I'm going for, I like Sean's choice, but I'm going to go with the classic barbell bench press. I know it's a little more traditional. Reason I like it, you can just load a little more weight on it. I get Sean's argument too, the cable fly. It makes it a little more even, the strength curve. We're not going to get too sciencey right now. But let us know, guys, who do you think is the winner there? Because I'm kind of curious to see who's the winner between the bench press, basically, from the chest fly.
Here's what I'll say with the bench press, guys. So the bench press, in my opinion, is a little bit more of an ego lift. It's good for strength. It's not necessarily the best for hypertrophy, in my opinion, because your range of motion is a little bit more limited. You're arching that back. You're trying to shorten it as much as possible. Great for strength, not the best for hypertrophy, in my opinion.
I'm the winner for this one, right, guys? Let's get to the next muscle group. Let's get to back.
All right, guys, so the next one we have is back, one of the most underrated muscle groups for men. We tend to neglect it. Super important. So Rich is going to go up first. Give us a top 3 back exercises.
Okay, so this will be a good one to kind of debate back and forth, but I'm going to start off. There's going to be 2 musts for back. You got to pick a vertical pull, and you got to pick a horizontal row. So I'm going to go with a pull-up for my vertical pull. I'm going to go with my chest-supported row for my horizontal row, so your chest and the bench you're pulling in. And I'm going to throw you a bit of a wild card here, and this is where I think the third one you can argue in so many different directions, but I'm going to go with the barbell shrug to really get the upper back. Let's hear yours.
It's hard to debate that. I'm going to go with the pull-up for sure. I think if you had to choose one upper body exercise, the pull-up would be my number one. The second one, instead of a chest-supported row, hard to disagree with that one, but I'm going to go with a single-arm dumbbell row with the hand supported or even on a bench. And then the third one, kind of redundant with the pull-up, but I'm going to go with the lat pull-down because you can load it a little bit more, and you can absolutely get that vertical pull with some extra weight. What do you think?
Interesting. So, I'm going to respectfully disagree with your third one, just because, like you said, I think it's a bit redundant if you have like a lat pull and pull up. Like if we're talking like 3 exercises, like you can only do. I don't know if I agree with you on that one there, buddy, but I prefer some sort of like shrug or face pull or even some sort of, maybe not reverse fly, but something where we're kind of getting a little bit more of that angle change.
Fair enough. My argument there, I guess, would be you can switch the grips up a little bit with the lat pull. You don't have to go double overhand. You can go a neutral grip. You can switch up those different bar placements and get a different feel. But Rich's argument is valid. The shrug is a very niche exercise. It's not for everyone. It might not be the best hypertrophy exercise out there, but I understand where he's going for, kind of switching it up a little bit.
All right, let us know, guys, who do you think is the winner for the back? Now let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, we're going to go shoulders now. So let's hear what Bubs and Sean has to say. We'll let you guys lead it off with the shoulders right now.
So when I'm thinking shoulders, I'm thinking the 3 different parts of the shoulder that you want to hit. You want to hit the front part, you want to hit the side, you got to hit the back. So in my opinion, the most important shoulder exercise that you can do as a guy to really improve your shoulders is the lateral raise, because it's one of the few exercises that actually targets the outside part of the shoulder. Really going to give you the shoulder boulder looks type of thing. Second one, Rich might disagree with this one, but it's the basic seated dumbbell overhead press. The more vertical you are, for me personally, the more I really feel the shoulders, and I think it's one of the best compound movements to really develop them. The third one, this one's a little bit niche. This one is your rear delt fly. So you can use a machine, you can even use dumbbells. I prefer the machine with this one because it works the small muscle in the back of the shoulder just to kind of help fill out the entire shoulder development. So what do you say?
Okay, so we have the exact same thinking here, and then I'll ask you to clarify in 1 second, but I got the, I do get a lateral raise, but I'm going to be specific with my variation. So I'm going to go at 1.5 lateral raise. The reason being is, so 1.5 guys, basically I'm up halfway, up, back down. The reason I like that better, just because there's more tension in the movement, because in a lot of rays, you guys can hold a position at the bottom all day long, but the middle to top, that's the challenging part. That's where I love it. Now, when you say lateral raise, is that more like a broad term, or would you agree with the 1.5, or are you just more one of the standard one?
I would go with the standard one. I think technically you could argue, like, scientifically the 1.5 is better. Even a cable lateral raise is probably better. But when I'm putting these exercises into a game plan, I'm really thinking of how they feel, which ones are more comfortable, which ones are less miserable to do, and which ones I really feel in the lateral part of the shoulder. And for me, just the standing lateral raise with the dumbbells is my favorite.
So he's being soft, guys. What he's trying to say. Second one, I actually agree with you with this seated press. I'm going with the dumbbell seated press. I'm actually spot on with that one. One of the best ones, you guys, for the front part of the shoulder. You can load that one up pretty good there also. And the third one, again, we're spot on. You actually said it. Like, I'm getting specific here. I'm going to go machine reverse fly. But I think Sean and I are on the same page there. We're looking at one exercise for the front, one for the side, one for the back of the shoulders. Any other comments you want to add to that? Maybe Bub's got something to say?
I think we're on the same page there. So this one's a draw. We'll call this one a draw.
Let's move on to the next one here, guys.
All right, so the next one we have is arms. So a little bit more complicated because it involves many more muscles. So Rich is going to start us off. What are the 3 best exercises to build and grow your arms?
Okay, so I picked 2 for tricep, 1 for bicep, just because the tricep is a bigger muscle than the bicep. So that's kind of my theory. So for triceps, I got 2 exercises. The first one I got is a tricep pullover. Basically, just kind of lie right back. You have the dumbbell overhead. You bend, extend. It's kind of like a skull crusher. Just a little more overhead in that stretch position, though. The second one I'm going is a cable rope tricep pushdown. I like to involve one pushing motion or pushdown motion for triceps, and then one kind of overhead to kind of change the angles a little bit. And the third one, I think they were going to be completely different, these 3 potentially. But the third one, I get a single arm preacher curl. So basically your arm kind of laid back right here. Bub's just causing some havoc right now. Basically, your arm on the bench, and you just kind of curl all the way up, all the way down. It's awesome for getting the bicep in a full range of motion, get some good resistance to that movement also, and it just kind of checks all the boxes in my opinion. What do you got? I'm guessing all 3 different.
Yes, all 3 different. So I thought for sure you would say hammer curls, which is what I'm starting with.
Fair enough.
The reason I love hammer curls is because you do hit the bicep, but you also hit that brachialis on the side of the arms, not to get scientific, but this is going to give your arms a little bit more of that thicker, wider shape that most guys want. It's going to kind of help fill out the sleeves a little bit more. I actually went 2 biceps. Rich makes a great point. To his point, the triceps make up roughly 2/3 of the entire arm, so it does make sense to prioritize triceps more. So the second exercise I went for biceps is going to piss this guy off. It's the basic barbell bicep curl.
I knew you were going to say it too.
Because I know it goes against a lot of what biomechanics and science say, but for me personally, there's no exercise that blows up my arms, even my forearms and my traps, the way a barbell bicep curl does. I like the fact that I can use a little bit of shoulder movement. Once again, I know this goes against modern wisdom, conventional wisdom, but for me personally, I just love the way it feels. And I lied, the third one I do have the same as you. So I do have that rope push down for your triceps. I just think it's a great exercise to help stabilize and isolate the triceps to really blow up your arms.
Interesting. So barbell curls to grow your traps and forearms. I'm going to call you on that one when we're talking about growing our arms here. So who are we getting the dub to, guys? Sean or Rich here?
Go for it. I disagree, but we can go for it.
We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys, we got 2 more to go. We got quads, right, Bubs? So I'll let Sean lead the way first here. What are your top 3 quad movements?
First of all, Rich has never trained quads in his life, so he is not qualified to answer this. But my top 3, number 1 will be a heel elevated barbell squat. You don't have to worry about any sort of upper body limitations by having your barbell on the back, and elevating the heels really maximize that knee flexion, which gets your quads to absolutely blow up. I think this is the best one in my opinion. Number 2 is the leg extension machine. Very simple, isolates the quads, helps it grow. And then the third one is the machine hack squat. The machine hack squat also maximizes that knee flexion to really blow up the quads. I think if you do those 3 exercises, you're going to have no problem growing the quads.
So Sean is absolutely correct. Well, I just said that. My quads suck. I train quads, but they suck. I'm an ass guy. I have a massive ass. My quads do suck. I will grant him that. So I do agree with you in the hack squat. That's actually my number 1, the hack squat. I just love it because you have the most stability in the movement. So that's why I love the hack squat. You can load it pretty damn good. The second one I have is, yes, I believe you said as well, machine leg extension, right?
Yep.
So that one, guys, you're basically kind of training that rec fem, the quad muscle. Again, not to get too scientific here, more in that short position. So it's a fantastic one to really isolate that muscle. The third one's where we disagree a little bit. I just think the heel elevated barbell squat is very redundant to the hack squat. So if I only had to choose 3, I'm actually going with the sissy squat. And the reason behind that is you're actually training the quad in the lengthened position where the leg extension is a shortened, and the hack squat is obviously more lengthened but combined with shortened. Also, again, don't want to get too scientific there, but that's kind of my theory in terms of why I picked those 3. But again, guys, you probably want to pick Sean's side for this one, because if you look at his quads compared to mine, they're a big difference. Any other comments for that?
Yeah, I will say the problem with the sissy squat, in my opinion, it's a good accessory movement, but number 1, you can't really load it. And number 2, if you already have bad knees, this is going to blow those knees up and make you feel even worse. It's a great rehab and prehab exercise, but it's not for everyone. You can't load it. So in my opinion, the actual ability to grow the quads is pretty limited here. All right, guys, so last one we have here will be glutes and hamstrings. Like Rich alluded to the last one, he's the wagon king, just because every time he does a leg day, he says he's got to work more quads, more hamstrings, but all he ever does is glutes. So I know he's going to take pride in his 3 here. So Rich, you can kick it off.
Every day is wagon day, guys. Okay, so I got the top 3 glute and hamstring movements. Very first one I got is going to be a barbell hip thrust, guys. This one is, I know you probably knew I was going to say that. He disagrees. That's okay. By far, in my opinion, the best one, guys. You can load it up so good. You got stability. You train in the short position, meaning you're not going to really fatigue your body as much as some other movements. That's why I love it. The second one is a barbell RDL. I'm sure you're going to agree with that one. You can even argue single leg deadlift, not as taxing the body, but I'm not going to complicate it. We'll just go barbell RDL, so not traditional, guys, RDL. And the third one, we're gonna throw you a curveball right here. I'm not gonna go like Bulgarian, I'm not gonna go a lunge, I'm gonna throw you a bit of an isolated movement here. I'm gonna go the seated hamstring curl. Reason being, you kind of train the hamstring, that seated leg length position. And I just think if you're getting your glutes from your RDL and your hip thrust, that's really your main 2 movements. And to really isolate the hamstrings, because like a lunge doesn't really work the hamstrings that much, I prefer having that machine curl. Let's hear it. Roast me. What do you got?
It's, first of all, it's fair. To be fair, it's very difficult to work the hamstrings. There are very few exercises that really target them, so I do love that exercise. I will say a lot of people doing the RDLs and the hip thrust will feel hamstrings. Rich doesn't, because he does it correctly. He's very glute dominant, but a lot of you doing these exercises, you're going to feel the hamstring. So I respect that, but I have 2 out of the 3 different. Number 1, the first one that we have alike is the RDL. So if you don't know what RDL is, it's just the Romanian deadlift. This one's going to load up the glutes. Very difficult exercise to coach for us trainers, but it's a necessary one. So even though it's a little bit difficult for newbies, especially new guys, I think it's super important and it's something that everybody should be doing. The second one that I have, I thought he was going to say the Bulgarian split squat, to be honest, but I have a walking lunge, and I think they're very similar. I think the Bulgarian split squat and the walking lunge basically give you the same result, except I think myself, Rich, and almost all guys out there will agree that Bulgarians are probably the most miserable exercise out there, which is why I didn't want to include it, because I do think that matters. I love the walking lunge. You can go heavy, you can go light, you can go even body weight for a long time. Really blows up those glutes. And the third one I have here is a step up. So any sort of step up you can do, once again, body weight, barbell, dumbbell, doesn't matter. The criticism that he's going to have against me, and I knew this going into it, is that I didn't have any exercises in the shortened position, because a lot of these EMGs will show that when they're in the shortened position, it grows the glutes more. The criticism I have with the barbell hip thrust, because I'm not a big fan, is not that it doesn't work. I think it's a great exercise, but I think a lot of guys, myself included, hate it. It's very uncomfortable. It's very awkward. I don't think I've ever seen a guy at the gym do a barbell hip thrust, and I think there's a reason for that. So if you enjoy it, by all means, it is a great exercise. But if you feel like you have to do it because everyone tells you how great it is, I'm just saying you don't have to do it. There are alternatives.
Well, I'm just taking over the camera right now. You guys probably can't even see me right now, but that's okay. You got the star of the show. There you go, Bubs. So yeah, that's a fair point. I'm just going to chirp this all. Kind of a big redundant guy over there with the walking line to the step up.
Yeah,
so.
saw that coming.
But I want you guys, this is the key thing. Who do you think won, Rich or Sean? I want you to let us know in the comments below, or even DM us on Instagram if you want to kind of keep it private. We're going to tally these votes up, and the loser for the next video will have to do some sort of punishment that we'll think of, and it's not going to be fun at all. Any other comments before we wrap up here?
No, that's it, guys.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and please make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful or just enjoyed it. We'll talk.